So before we even talk about the types of pussies, types of vaginas, um, it's very important to just have the time to explore that area of ourselves, if female, or with your partner to explore that area, if a male-female couple is involved, and female-female couple is involved. You can do this together, is what I'm saying. You can very well do this together and make this very interesting for both. But it's very important for a woman herself to know what's going on with her pussy. So for a couple to explore, that's nice, and it will add to your intimacy, your connection, your knowledge of each other. However, it is of utmost importance for a woman to know what's up with her pussy. Now, the key things to remember are the distance from the very bottom of the clitoris, even if the clitoris is very small, to the vaginal opening. Now, for a dear woman like myself, it's only one finger. It's very close. It's small on the outer vagina. And then also where the G spot is. And for a dear woman, it's usually right up front. Therefore, a dear woman will pretty much, depending on if the rubbing is going on in a way where it's going back and forth with a small amount of the finger going in, that's it. There you go. There you have it. The orgasm can be produced very quickly with minimal penetration. However, the dear woman also has a very long canal in terms of some of the other pussies. Now, that is kind of the irony of life, right? Because she doesn't really need that much penetration. And yeah, so it is kind of funny. So those are key points. The farther apart those 3 points are from each other, then the woman will need more penetration, and so her G-spot might be way to the back. And so, very different. Each woman is very, very different, and that should be remembered. But especially for women, you should know what the fuck to ask for. Now, of course, because of the native ways being very tied to nature, the cycles, the directions, etc., we also get into, for example, the directions here. So the women have energies that are coming from different directions because of the type of genitalia. Northeast will have some qualities of a wolf woman who has energies of the north, and some of a deer woman who has energies of the east. And I have to use myself as an example, being an Aries and also having energies coming from the east where the sun rises. There's definitely a very leader spirit, a very, the sun rises alone, you know what I mean? So very independent and things like that. So to ask for help took me a very long time. But yes, I receive, receive, receive. But you see, that's something that if a couple, then it might be a nice hint of what that person might maybe have to look at internally. The types of non-cardinal directions have some sexual demeanors and temperaments of the surrounding directions. So northeast, southeast, northwest, etc. This means northwest bear woman's orgasms will be heightened by both physical connections, like those of the West, a Western woman, a woman with the Western energy. Well, she craves for more physical, acrobatic sort of, exploration sexually, and or through fantasy and mental stimulation of the North. So the very sapiosexual. So they also have the unique characteristics of the animal in that direction. Southeast, Catwoman, has certain features of the south, sheep, and of the east, the deer. For both male and female types, you cannot be a combination of two across the wheel. So you cannot be wolf, sheep woman or deer, buffalo woman. Only the four cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, and the two surrounding directions are to be used. And so I will take a picture of that because some will understand it, some won't. I still like to use a compass, and of course, I bow to my directions and all that stuff. And that's stuff that is very native, very ours. And so for someone who is just learning something like this, I will do the wheel. But you do understand, correct, in terms of every type of pussy will either have northeast, southeast, or be a north, south, east, west energy that's coming towards her. That's something she is very connected to. And so energy from the east, like I said, is that energy of the rising sun. Energy of the west is the setting sun, more dreamy, more dreamy. The sun is setting. Okay, so let's just move on to describing one of them. And so this way can move forward with describing all of them in little bits that aren't too long and too hard to upload or send. Okay?